Hey guys, welcome back to Tipharot. It is me, Matt here, and today we are going to be looking at how to avoid waking up from a dream. If you're new to the channel, make sure you subscribe and enable all notifications if you're interested in videos about dreaming, lucid dreaming, and just general self-improvement. So without further ado, let's get on to the subject at hand. I'm going to give you 5 different tips that you can use to help avoid you waking up from your dreams so early. Tip number 1 is that the less that you change about the dream, the more stable the dream will be. So when you get lucid in a dream, you might find yourself in a place that you don't want to be in, surrounded by characters that you don't want to see, and you might want to change the entire location to somewhere else, spawn some new characters, do this, do that. And when you're trying to do too much and you're trying to change all of it at once, there is a very high chance that the dream will destabilize. And when it destabilizes, then there is a good chance it's going to end. So try to only change 1 or 2 things at a time. If you're going to actually change the whole dream, do it slowly. And if you find your dreams ending too quickly, perhaps try not changing anything at all. One thing that I often like to do to get my dreams lasting longer is actually to follow along with the dream that's already happening. So I'll be lucid and I'll be in control of my actions, but I sort of go along with whatever the dream was. So, if I was running from some bad guys, I'll keep running from them and I'll try and find a place to hide. If I was on an adventure somewhere and we were sailing to some island, then we'll keep going to that island and I'll see what's there. You get the idea. Sometimes it's good to just go along with the dream, go with the flow, because since you're not changing much, it's also a lot less likely to end. Tip number 2 is to manage your excitement. Probably the biggest killer of your dreams that makes them end early when you get lucid is just how excited we tend to get. Lucid dreaming is exciting. And you've probably got 1,000,001 ideas for things that you want to do in that lucid dream that could be equally, if not even more exciting. So when you come into the dream, you have to remember that if you carry that excitement with you, if you're super eager to get into everything, then that is going to risk waking you up. So try to manage that. Try to calm yourself first before you even attempt to lucid dream. Maybe do some meditation before you perform a technique. And also once you do get into the dream, try and calm yourself once you get there as well. One thing that I really enjoy doing here is actually sitting and meditating in the dream. Just sit down and focus on your breathing just the same as you would do if you're awake. You'll find that if you get yourself calm enough in the dream, then the dream is just going to last a whole lot longer. Tip number 3 kind of relates into the previous tips, and that is to take things slow. It is so easy to wake yourself up if you rush things in a dream because 1, you're going to risk destabilizing it, like when you try and change too much about the dream. And 2, we've already established how getting yourself too excited can be a bad thing, and when you rush into a dream, that's exactly what's going to happen. You're going to find yourself getting excited and getting woken up. So instead, take things slow. So what do I mean by this? Well, when you get into a dream, actually have an idea of what you want to do, and don't just go and do it immediately. The first thing that I would do once you get into that lucid dream would be to stabilize things. Touch objects around you, rub your hands together, spin on the spot. There are lots of different things that you can do, and I've done videos on dream stabilization. But basically you want the dream nice and stable before you actually even begin what you're planning to do. And when you have your plan for what you're going to do, and once you've stabilized the dream, don't just rush into it super fast, do things slowly. You might be worried that if you do things too slowly, you're not going to get a chance to do them before you wake up. But if you do them too quickly, you're just going to wake yourself up from doing them too quickly. So it's actually better to take things slow. Tip number 4 is that your dream fading to black does not necessarily mean that that dream is over. Let me repeat that because this is very important. Your dream fading to black does not necessarily mean that the dream is over. You could still be asleep and you could still be dreaming when everything has faded to black. And this is important because a lot of people will open their eyes the second that everything goes black. And if you do that, then yes, you're now awake and you're not going to have any chance of dreaming again unless you go back to sleep. On the other hand, if you notice the black space and realize that, a dream scene has faded out, but you could still be asleep and dreaming, then you can just wait there for a new dream to form. Or you can perform something like Wild and induce a dream of your own liking, or DEILD, try to return to that previous dream. There's a lot you can do. But if in doubt, just be patient, just stay in that black space and wait for a new dream. Sometimes you may even find that when you're in this black space, you can still feel your body in the dream, even though you can't see anything. So you can actually try and even use a stabilization technique like rubbing your hands together and see if the dream scene starts to come back. But whatever you do, don't just wake yourself up because you actually have a chance to continue dreaming here. Tip number 5 is that if your lucid dreams are all short, or if most of them are, and you want longer dreams, you can experiment with your regular dreams too and experiment with dream incubation. So what exactly is dream incubation? Well, dream incubation is where you try and induce dreams about a particular subject or in a particular place or whatever. You basically try and affect the contents of your dream without necessarily needing to get lucid. So for example, before bed, you might decide that you want to dream about going to an island in the Caribbean. And so you fill your mind with thoughts of that, you use some dream incubation techniques, and you go to sleep and you might end up, in fact, dreaming about it. You won't necessarily be lucid. And because of that, because of the fact that you're not lucid, if you find that you do get, too excited in all of your lucid dreams, then if you end up having this awesome non-lucid dream that you've induced via dream incubation, chances are it's going to last a lot longer. Now, obviously, it's better if you get lucid because then there's a lot more fun things that you can actually do in those dreams. But it can be nice to learn proper dream incubation techniques and get good at inducing lots of fun and interesting dreams even when you're not lucid. One of the side effects that this will have is that when you're getting frustrated with something in lucid dreaming, like let's say that, you're waking up from all of your lucid dreams early, or maybe you run into a problem with dream control and you're just getting frustrated because every lucid dream you have, you seem to be making barely any progress. Well, if you're making your regular dreams better as well through dream incubation, then you're going to actually feel a lot more motivated to keep lucid dreaming. You're not going to get so frustrated. Because you might have had 3 lucid dreams this week that were all like 30 seconds long, but you had 10 or 15 amazing adventures in your regular dreams. So this can be fun as well, and this is actually something I've been working on quite a bit recently. It's trying to improve my regular dreams as well. So you might see some more videos on dream incubation in the near future. Now in a moment I'm going to share a bonus tip with you guys for sticking around to the end, but before we do that I want to let you guys know that I'm doing a sale on all of my products once again, and since I did this before, I'm going to do this again where I basically do a choose your own discount sale. So basically I'm going to put 3 codes on screen. The first discount code will give you 15% off any of my products, the second one will give you 25% off any of my products, and the third one will give you 50% off any of my products. So what that means is if you want to show a bit of extra support to the channel or something, you can choose one of the smaller discounts. But if you're struggling with your finances or you just feel like the price is a little bit too steep, then you can choose one of those larger discounts like the 25% or 50% off. You choose your own discount, use that code at checkout at gumroad.com/Tipharot for any of my products. There's also a link in the top right hand corner to my Lucid Dreaming book, the Lucid Dream book, and there's links to all of my products down in the description below. Anyway, thank you for sticking around to the end. It is time for that bonus tip. So the bonus tip is to work on your dream recall. This again relates to your regular dreams more than anything, but it also does affect your lucid ones. I find that the better your dream recall, the longer your dreams last in general. Now this is partly just because you're remembering more of the dreams. If you only remember a tiny fragment of the dream, then it doesn't matter if it lasted, really long, or if it was super short because you only remember a short portion. So when you work on your dream recall, it's going to seem like all of your dreams are longer. But one thing that I've observed is that as your dream recall actually does get better, they do actually last longer as well. Even the ones that you remember all of will seem to get longer over time. And this can have some ripple effect on your lucid dreams. Now obviously if you're too excited in all of your lucid dreams and they're all ending in a few seconds, getting your dream recall better isn't suddenly going to make them last 20 minutes every time, but it is going to help just that little bit. So if you're not already dream journaling, then I don't know what you're doing, you better start. And I recommend also adding in some daily meditation, as that can help as well. I hope you enjoyed the video. Make sure to check out that sale if you haven't already. If you did enjoy, make sure you subscribe and enable all notifications so you can stay up to date with my videos. And if you want to keep watching, check out one of those videos on screen, go watch that, and I'll see you there soon. Take care.